the theme, please.
Right, okay.
Do it. Do it
Can
now.
you tell the anger in his voice?
One dungeon master, 4 adventurers, all of them clueless. When 5 video gamers throw down their controllers and pick up dice, what's the worst that could happen? This is OCD&D.
Welcome back, everyone, to OCD&D, episode 7, I believe. We've been away for a few weeks, but we're back, or at least 4 of us are back. The 5th probably overslept or something, but we're going to carry on. So this evening we have with us our good friends Mark.
Hello.
Our good friend Kim.
Howdy.
Our good friend Greg.
How do you oversleep? It's only 8 o'clock in the evening.
Anyway,
Snooty Elf is going to be Angry Elf today.
Uh-oh.
yes, we can tell.
So fireballs, that is...
Snooty Husky Elf.
Yes. I've got my 911, or, yeah, no, 800 operator. Something like that.
1-900 number, Greg, yeah.
So, last we left off, Traylon had been doing some research in the library and being very snooty and not helping the others.
Surprise.
Can't be bothered. Can't be bothered.
Can't be bothered, yeah. Jatik and Kim went to help Parthenax cure the sickness at his village and went up against a giant snake and only just got away with their lives.
Still smell like a sewer.
Still smell like a sewer. And
yeah. Thanks for bringing the sickness back, by the way, because I got a cold. Appreciate that.
Oh, you know, you could have went with us. We had to bring you back something.
As you got back to Parabor, there was a letter for Jatik from his second cousin, Gundren Rockseeker, who asked that you bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandalin, which is near Neverwinter. So, since we last met, you have made your way to Neverwinter, and you've started your journey on the way to Phandalin, which is a couple of days' travel southeast of the city. So you find yourselves in a cart, being driven by a couple of oxen, and just on the letter that you received, Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about the reasons for his trip. And when he met you in Neverwinter, he said that only he and his brothers had found something big, and that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Bardon's Provisions in Phandalin, which is a trading post. Now, he did say that 10 gold pieces was the minimum, and there was plenty of opportunity to earn a lot more. So he set you out on your horse, along with a warrior escort called Sildar Hallwinter, and claiming that he needed to go ahead of you to take care of business. So you got up and you've spent the last couple of days following the high road south of Neverwinter, from Neverwinter. There's no sign of Parthenax this morning. You just assume you've left a note for him, and you assume that he's going to catch you up. And you've just recently veered east along the tribal trail. So I'm going to actually share a map with you now, so you can get an idea of where you are.
Okay.
So you should be able to see a map.
Yes.
And you should be able to see the blacked out bits or areas that you haven't been to yet.
Right.
And you're heading south down the high road from Neverwinter.
They got us another low road.
And
always take the high road.
Yep,
right.
You've just turned left onto the Trillball Trail.
Alright. On the left is the burnt out tree with the skeleton next to it. Gotcha.
Nice.
Jatik, are we almost there yet?
Are we there yet?
You worse than my kids.
Are we there yet?
You're worse than the bloody kids.
We're there
So-
yet?
Hey, we're doing this for your cousin or whatever, so I'm just
Right?
and for the record, this better be worth more than 10 gold. That is just scraps.
Yeah, and I'm a shitty rogue, and I get more than that. So
Why am I getting the blame for all this?
It's your cousin.
nephew, cousin, whatever.
Yeah.
Your kin. Why are we always fixing people's problems? I mean, their families. The other problem I have with this group right now, it seems like every time we get involved with something, it's, oh, my village is sick here. Now my cousin needs some help here.
I don't have any family, so you got nothing to worry about there.
All right, fair enough. Are we there yet?
So I need you to tell me your marching order. So basically, there's you're on a carriage. There's 2 seats up front, and there is everyone else is either walking on the alongside the cart or sitting in the back along with the goods on top of the piles of goods. There's 2 oxen pulling the wagon, and we just need someone to drive. No skills are necessary, but it is a 2-handed job. And if you stop what you're doing, the carriage, the cart will stop where they are, so the oxen will stop.
I will
So-
just say that I clearly should be sitting up, but I'm not. Job. So I think Jatik should be driving.
Yeah, I should be driving because I'm actually leading us to my cousin.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, you know the way.
Okay, so Jatik's up front.
Hmm.
Anyone sitting next to him was
Greg, because he's chewing my
Yep.
ear off.
Yes, I'm chewing his ear off.
Oh,
Whinging and
boy.
moaning all the time. And I can hear kids snoring in the back.
Probably.
Yep,
Yeah, you
yep.
know.
She's probably resting on top of a sack of potatoes, sleeping away.
I do like potatoes.
They're like little pillows.
so you're going to be sitting in the back, are you, Kim?
Yep. I'll be a backseat driver.
Okay. A pigeon flies in with a message and drops a message in, which says that Parthernax isn't going to be joining us because he got waylaid on the way.
Well, son of a bitch.
Something about pizza night and some sort of entertainment.
Oh.
Sounds more like wanker night.
Or wink, never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the cart, there's the goods that you're carrying, an assortment of mining supplies and food. So you're welcome to have a look if you want, but it's just mining supplies and food.
A lot of pickaxes, you know.
Yeah, there's flour. There's about a dozen sacks of flour, several casks of salted pork. There's 2 kegs of strong ale,
Ooh.
shovels, picks, crowbars, and 5 lanterns with a small barrel of oil. So
Think
the
they,
total value of the cargo is about 100 gold pieces.
you think they get mad if I got any ale early? Just saying.
Try and stay sober.
All right.
I mean, you're the size of your body, thimble of mead to get you going. So let's
Hey,
keep it under control.
fine. Spoils for
So as you round the corner and you've been on the Trevor Trail for about half a day now, come around a bend and you spot 2 dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path.
Uh-oh.
From what you can see, each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press quite close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side.
I don't think we should approach.
Ambush.
Well, they're blocking the road.
Yeah, but this is a choke point. This is an absolute.
I was gonna say, this screams ambush to me.
Yes. Rogue, I think you should go check it out, though.
Well, I'll stop the oxen first.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be
Uh,
great.
So
I think
can
we should definitely
do it?
be on alert. Maybe get some weapons ready.
Can we do
Have
like
Kim go check it out.
check of the
I was gonna say,
immediate vicinity? Is that possible?
should I do an
Yeah.
investigation check?
So
Yeah, we should all be scanning the hillside area.
yeah, so you do a
Mhm.
perception check. So a perception check is for something that's general. An investigation check is when you're looking at something in particular.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll do my stuff again. It's been a while. Where the hell is perception?
No, I don't see is the character icons on screen.
You shouldn't need them, but I'll put them on anyway. Just
Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right. Has Kim rolled her perception check yet?
Well, I thought I did.
no, try again.
Okay.
Now you're on screen. You should be able to.
Okay.
You might have to close your character sheet and go and double click your. Oh, there we go.
Did it work?
Yes, it did. Perception check of 19.
Okay.
Very good.
Oh, there it is. Finally.
We'll take the first one.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. There they all go.
so the horses look like the horses. Stop rolling there. The
I did, I
horses-
swear.
The horses are the horses of Gundren and his warrior companion, Sildar. The horses have been dead for about a day, and it's very clear that arrows killed the horses. So you can see there's a couple of saddlebags lying on the floor.
Mm-mm.
They're open, but you'd have to get closer to see what was in there.
Okay.
We need to search them, don't we?
So there's no for this scene. There's no map, so we're just using the screen. So
Alright.
I don't need to move, but if in the case that we actually need measurements, I'll move you to the map.
Can we search the saddlebags?
Sorry, Jatic.
Can we search the saddlebags?
Okay.
Yeah.
You got up as I say they're open. They have been looted, and
course.
nearby there's an empty leather map case.
Okay.
Ooh.
Empty leather map case. Does it look like there might be any signs of a trail of where the attackers might have come from, or maybe fled to?
Can you roll an investigation check for me, Greg, please? Oh, very nice. Yes, so there's lots of footprints around the horses, and looks like some dragging trails where bodies will have jumped off. There is no blood from what you can see.
And sorry, recollection here, but people that were potentially riding these horses, or assume we know who they were.
Yes, it was Gundren, so it was
okay.
Jatic's cousin.
Okay, that's how I know him. I don't really deal in names.
He barely knows ours, so, you know.
All right, Jadek, I think I have an idea of where they've gone.
Right.
I don't know if your cousin is still alive. It doesn't appear there's any blood on the ground. Maybe, maybe we go after him. It'll certainly get us more reward, I think, if we find them.
Oh yeah.
For sure. And he knows what the hell we're supposed to be doing anyway, so.
Could you just tell me your wisdom? Please, your perception.
Who are you?
All of you.
Alright. Wisdom,
So I'm sorry.
wisdom.
You want us to do a perception check, or
No, I just want you to tell me what your perception
Mine's-
is.
My wisdom's a 1.
Just find
well,
it.
my wisdom is 12.
Yeah.
My perception is
Your,
3.
your passive wisdom. So your passive wisdom.
In the little circle underneath it.
Yeah. So
13.
Jatik's
1.
13.
Yeah, 1.
Hang on a sec.
Not sure what your passive.
So on your
Passive
character
wisdom
sheet,
is.
if you look, yeah, trade and yours is 13 as well. So if you
Okay.
look, you've got on the left-hand side, you've got strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma,
Right.
and then below there.
Oh, okay, I see it
13.
now. Yes, 13.
Oh, yes. One of these years I'll figure this all out. I promise.
Right. I would actually like you in a second to roll for initiative because you have been surprised by
Damn it.
4 goblins jumping out who were
Fucking goblins,
rather
gosh.
stealthy. Just bear with me. Right, so what you need to do is left click on your token and click the initiative button. And hopefully this should work.
Excuse me.
I can't even see my token. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's the goblins.
There's a lot of goblins. Holy crap.
Nice looking fellas.
I don't see my character
Okay.
tokens on screen.
It's at the bottom. Underneath the left
There's a
hand
hidden
bottom.
dog in the bushes.
Oh, hang on. I know why. Bear with me. There you go.
Oh, there we are. Look.
As if I meant
Woohoo.
All right.
There we are.
Right, so what am I
Thank you,
doing?
Traden. 15.
What am I doing with them?
So left click your token.
Yeah.
And then in the top left of your screen, there's initiative alongside battle axe and.
No, I've just got. We had this last.
Or
time.
you can do it right off your character sheet.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah,
I've
or
just
do it
got-
off your character sheet.
Yeah, I've only got battle axe and hand axe. Character sheet.
Do it off your character sheet.
But make sure you click your character first.
What's that? Clicking. Drag to roll the dice.
Thank you. 19.
Nice, Jadak.
Good roll. And Kim.
Didn't go through again, apparently.
You got to click on your character first.
Alright,
On
well,
the
I did
screen.
that, or I thought. Alright, hold on a second. Oh, come on. Oh, there it goes. Thank God. Alright. Clicked on that. Do, 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 do.
It's obviously that Missouri delay.
There we go.
Probably.
Yep, we got it.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Okay. Right, so the goblins, because they surprised you, are going to go first. 2 of them rush
The
forward,
goblins.
and just put you in order of where you were sitting on the carriage. 2 of them are going to rush forward. The other 2 are going to stay back and fire arrows. So this first goblin is going to attack Jatic. With his scimitar. And he rolls an 8 to attack. What's your AC, Mark, please, Jatic?
12.
12, so he misses. The second goblin comes in and attacks again, and 8, so I take it he misses your AC, Traylon.
All right.
And then we will have the back 2. We're going to fire arrows again at Jatic because he was driving. It's the 5. They're not doing very well at all. And then the second one with the short bow, 15. Again, sorry, what was your AC, Jatic?
It was 12.
You've gone quiet.
12.
12.
Yeah,
That hits. That comes. Yeah. Comes flying through and hits you in the shoulder, taking 4 piercing damage. So, first up is Jatic. So, Jatic, you're on the cart.
Right, so that goblin in front of me, I'm going to jump off the cart, and while I'm coming down to the ground, I will splice this sucker with my battle axe.
Okay, I'm hoping that the recording is picking you up because I only heard half of that. You jump off, and as you jump off, you slip on the muddy floor and miss him.
Oops.
Kim.
Yes.
You're in the back of the cart.
I'm in the back of the cart. Traylon, can you duck? I might be able to throw an arrow at a couple of those assholes. So that might be a good idea. I think I'll see if I can hit the goblin further back. Up close. Although maybe I should go for the ones up close. Decision time. No, surely Traylon can handle those, right? I will hit the one further back here with my short bow. Hopefully. That's the plan.
18, that goes flying forwards and hits him smack in the chest. An absolute classic of a hit. Going straight through his chest and out the other side and killing him.
Woo! Well, there's one less we have to deal with.
We'll have to change your name to Killer Kim.
Well, you know.
Killer Kim.
Well, you know, at least you don't have an arrow sticking out the back of your head.
Next up is
Mr. Snooty.
goblins again.
Oh, Greg have a go.
No, because they had the advantage.
Oh.
So this goblin is going to go for Jatic again because he went for him. That's a 21, which hits you, Mark, for another 7. Another 7 points of damage.
Jatic is catching hell.
That's you're down to. His compatriot here is going to go for Traylon. He reaches up, tries to attack Traylon, who's still in the cart, and misses.
Yeah, not good.
And
obviously, he's been in the grog early.
The bow is going to take Traylon out with a 20. The arrow goes flying through and straight into Traylon's chest, causing 8 piercing damage. Top of the turn, back up to, Traylon, your turn.
All right. Question: in terms of the 2 goblins that are in front attacking Jatic and myself, approximately how big is this area?
They're about 30 feet away, so not far at all.
So I'm sorry. Who's 30 feet?
The two
Goblins
goblins,
that
at the back.
Okay.
The
What
two
about the two
goblins,
in front of us?
they're a couple of feet. They're right next to the carriage, so they're a couple of feet, but they're below you. So either side of the oxen
Right.
at the moment.
So I am going to cast Sleep, and I'll use my sculpting to avoid Mark Jatic, and I'm going to cast Sleep on the two goblins directly in front of us.
Okay.
So I know they need to do saving throws.
What type of saving throws do they need to do?
Here, I'll tell you. Sorry. And the spell sends creatures into magical. The amount is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. So 5d8. So I mean, it easily will affect the in front of me, but you need to do saving. So the creatures within the 20 feet you choose in ascending order of their current hit points. So I have up to 25 hit points sleep that I can basically slumber these creatures with.
Right,
Starting with the
okay.
creature that has the lowest current hit points each.
Okay. Well, let me just check the hit points of the oxen. Because,
fair enough.
Oh.
Yeah, fair enough.
let's have a look. Just have a quick search and see what the hit points of an ox are. I think it's about 7. We'll say they're 7. So they will have the lowest hit points first. So 2 of those will be 14 off.
Right.
Which leaves, you said 25, so it leaves 11.
Right.
Both these goblins have 7 hit points, so it'll send one of them to sleep. Which we'll say is that one, green dot.
All right.
And the other one will 7. It takes him down. It reduces his hit points, doesn't it? The sleep.
It won't reduce his hit points. I think he just.
He's okay then, isn't he?
So the unconscious and someone uses an action to shake or slap the creature awake. I think they just don't. I don't think it says anything.
Right, a creature's hit points must be equal to or less than the remaining total for that creature to be offended. Okay.
Right.
That's fine. So you cast a sleep spell, and the 2 oxen just collapse and start snoring. The goblin on your left, who was attacking Jatic, just collapses and sort of farts and snores, but is unconscious. The goblin on your right, just below you, doesn't get affected at all.
Right.
So back to the top of the turn, Jatic.
I will, the one that's still awake, I will approach and swing at his head with my hand axe.
I take it that as your cut out a bit, but a hand axe at his head.
Yeah. Yeah, bloody Discord, man. Can't win with Skype, can't win with Discord.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out, Mark. I'm not sure.
You guys are for me as well.
It's not great, to be honest. 19.
Ooh.
So that does very well. Hits him in the head, but glances off, so it doesn't actually cause much damage.
My God, does he have a hard hit or what?
With 19? Wow.
Yeah, well, he hit him with 19, so it hit him,
Oh yeah, but it's only 3
but
damage.
it chopped off his ear.
Right.
He's not happy.
Gotcha.
Well, I wouldn't be there if somebody chopped off my ear, let's be honest.
All right.
So, just at Kim.
Mm-hmm. All right. See. Well, you guys are. Oh, let's see. I guess I could hop down off the wagon here and go take care of old One Ear. So, in case something should happen, because they'll have their turn next. With my luck, if we don't take care of him now, he'll come back and probably finish Mark off, or at least try. So, I think I will hop down and take my short sword and go finish One Ear off. Because let's face it, why not? Alright.
Go for it.
And hope this works.
A 20.
That's good.
Brilliant. You step forward and swing your short sword as you jump off the cart, powering your sword straight through the guy's skull, the goblin's skull from the top, actually going in through where you chopped it, where his ear had been chopped off.
Thank God I didn't slip an ox shit or something.
And that goblin is no more.
Woohoo! Alright.
So the one remaining goblin at the back here doesn't take too kindly to two of his compatriots being killed and one apparently sleeping. Takes a particular dislike to the rogue halfling that jumped off and killed one of his friends,
Probably not.
and fires an arrow at you.
Crap.
13, which hits you. Smack in the shoulder
Yeah.
for a very large and very painful 8 points piercing damage.
Ouch. Is that all you got, Goblin Boy?
Back to the top of the turn. Up to Jatic.
How long is this one in front of me going to be asleep for? Do we need to dispatch this one as well, Greg? Do you think?
For the duration of this battle,
Oh, right, okay.
or until he's damaged or woken up.
Nobody wake him up.
So if you woke him up, for example, and didn't kill him when you woke him up, he would be rather angry.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave him asleep. I suppose I better go up to this other one and
Go after the live one.
Yeah,
Go after the live one.
Yeah.
yeah, up to this one. I don't know if that's pinging, and try hit at least something with my hand axe. Do I move
Okay.
myself?
You don't need to, but you won't be able to get to him
Can't I?
to use your battle axe. But you would be able to throw your hand axe at him.
Right, okay. I'll move that way. Yeah, I'll throw my hand axe then.
Throw something soft and squishy, because apparently their skulls are,
You throw your hand axe good 30 feet. It goes flying across the road, strikes the goblin smack in the chest, burying itself into his chest. He is
Just like
barely
those.
alive.
Just ready for you to finish him off now, Kim.
Kim?
Alrighty. I think I'll do just that, since, I owe him some damage. I will, well, hopefully my friggin' bow will help with this. I think I'll send an arrow this way and see if I can't finish him off. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Ooh.
It's almost as if the arrow that's stuck in your shoulder has no effect whatsoever.
I'm pissed off, that's why.
Your anger pushes through the pain. You let loose an arrow, goes flying across, catches the goblin straight in the eye, throws him back actually a couple of feet, and he is dead.
That's right. Take that.
Congratulations.
Quickly, let's get some rope and let's tie up this sleeping goblin. I want to question him.
I wonder where you got that idea from.
Okay, so you probably have rope in your kit.
Yep.
Who's going to tie the goblin up?
Well, I mean,
who has the best
technically,
dexterity?
yeah, I mean, I can tie him up.
Guess I've still got an arrow stuck in my shoulder, so you know.
Okay, Greg, can you roll a dexterity check for me, please?
Yes.
It takes you a bit longer than you would have hoped, and your knotting isn't exactly tidy, but you make a good job of it, and he's not going anywhere.
Remind me to teach the snooty elf how to tie a rope.
All right, I am going to use my comprehend language spell,
Okay.
and so that'll allow me to understand his spoken. Because I'm assuming goblin is something that's going to be foreign to all of us. And then I'll proceed to slap him in the face to wake him up.
Hope you're not hold.
Yeah. And let me know when he's awake.
Right, so the goblin gets slapped roughly across the face and takes a couple of seconds to come around, and wakes up, looks up and sees this elf staring back at him. What do you want, elf? Let me go!
All right, I'll draw my short sword and I'm going to place it firmly against its throat with the tip pointing into its throat. So this way, if it moves, it will die. And I will convey that and say simply, start talking or you will die.
Roll an intimidation check for me, please.
I like it. Hang on. Intimidation.
I think my
don't
cat's
know.
more intimidating.
The goblin just laughs. Says, I don't believe you. I'm more scared of that halfling behind you than I'm of you. In fact, I'm more scared of this sleeping ox. And they're asleep.
That's terrible.
I'm not telling you anything.
Cut him deep. Go on, Greg.
You know what? I will cut one of his ears off. I'll take the sword and cut an ear off.
Bastard.
Bloodthirsty.
Well, maybe you should listen then.
You
wanna know-
Ear off.
Yeah, you've got 2 ears. You could use the other
Right.
one. Listen up.
What do you want to
We
know?
wanna know where are the dwarves that were on those horses? What have you done with their bodies? Where are they?
They're in our hideout.
Where is your hideout?
Don't want to tell you.
I jab the sword into his knee.
No!
You're gonna tell me,
That's the winning show right here, folks.
or you are gonna die. Right now, I still am of the mind to let you go after, but if you keep this up, you will not see the light of day tomorrow.
I'd like you to roll on that comment a deception check, please. You'll let me go? Oh, but I won't be able to go home. They'll know it was me.
You'll be breathing.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. Well, it's just over there to the left. You have to go through the trees and follow the trail. And after about an hour, you'll find the hideout. Now let me go.
Who put you up to this? Did anybody actually pay you guys to attack our compatriots?
All I know is what my leader told me.
Who is your leader here, or is your leader somewhere else?
The leader's in the in our hideout in Cragmore. He's King. He's Clark. He's called Clark.
Did you say King Clark?
No, Clark.
Clark.
Hmm.
How many more are there at the hideout?
Oh, I don't know. Let me think.
Think hard.
2, 3,
Use your fingers and toes.
4. What comes after 4? What comes after 4?
It could be your death.
Well, see my hands. There's about 4 of those. Goblin's got 4 fingers and 1 thumb.
Mm.
Okay, so is that what I'm thinking? 20? Is that the assumption here? Sorry, quite picking up on 4 of those. So he's like, there's 4 of these.
There's 4 of those. Those. Me hands. There's 4 of those.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's just let me go. It's in the wood. It's in the wood
Where?
over there to the left.
Do you have them in cages? Are they alive?
I don't know. I don't know. We were just left behind to watch the road. The other party have taken them off.
Anybody have any other questions we should ask?
Were the dwarves injured?
Well, they weren't moving. Don't know if they were injured. I wasn't injured until you woke me up.
Anything else? Kim, can you think of anything that we should ask?
Mm. Nothing I can think of. No.
Is there
I'll back her, but it doesn't seem right now.
is there an easy way to sneak into the camp?
An easy way.
So when they wouldn't see us coming.
No, they'll see you coming, but there are maybe some traps. Maybe.
Where are the traps?
Hmm.
Come on,
When
speak
you,
up.
when you
Where are
get
the
to
traps?
when you get to the hideout. I'm not told everything. I'm just told not to, just to be careful and just to follow.
Where are you supposed to be careful?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the entrance to the hideout. And
Makes
on the
sense.
way. So
Alright.
they've been put everywhere.
Are they on the ground? Are they up in the trees? Where exactly? What kind of trap?
Well, they're in the grounds, above the grounds, all sorts. That's down to Dork. Dork is the trap master.
Is Dork among your friends here?
No, he stays in the hideout.
All right.
That's all I'm telling you. Definitely can't go back now.
Yeah, it's okay. You're not going anywhere anyway. I plunge my sword into his throat.
No! Bastards.
I hate goblins.
I don't blame you. Sneaky creatures.
All right. So it sounds like your cousin may still be alive, Jadek, but that's a lot of goblins. We're gonna have to come up with a plan if we're gonna try and attack this hideout. We got to come up with a plan. We need to heal up, probably rest up a little bit. Maybe we should wake our oxen up and take our cart. The sky's kind of where we're at. Maybe we should also take the bodies of these goblins, hide them as well.
Yeah.
Search them for any kind of loot, weapons that might be useful for us.
Or if they're like the other goblins, bits of food and string. Yeah.
Yeah. No, either way, I think we get their bodies off the road and we bury them, make it look like they just disappeared. Goblins aren't
Yep.
the most loyal of folk. They run off all the time, the cowards.
Okay, so it's about mid-afternoon now.
Okay. So I
into-
think we should rest up overnight, try and heal up as much as possible, and then we can maybe try and set off to in the morning, use the early morning hours to go after the camp of the goblins.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Everybody in agreement? Jadek's just smiling.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree.
Are you with us there, Jadek?
Yeah, do we heal if we rest, or because I can use my healing abilities?
So you can use your second wind.
Yeah, and then after the rest, it'll be regenerated, right?
Yes, yeah, and then you can use a hit dice or a hit die when you have your rest, and
I don't remember. Did we get any kind of healing potions from the last adventure that you guys were on when you went to?
They use them all, but you picked up a healing potion each. In turn.
Okay. But now by resting, are we? Did I hear this correctly? We are going.
If you take a long rest.
Well, I mean, it's mid-afternoon. My plan is we get back until next morning. So I don't know if that's considered a long rest, but.
So if you're resting till morning, it's a long rest is about 8 hours, at least 8 hours long. For elves, you meditate, and you can do that in 4 hours. But yeah, it's an 8-hour, and you can basically you can use your reset your maximum HP during this test, during this rest. So let's just have a look.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you take a long rest, but so you take the carriage to one side, and you put the oxen out to feed. Are you going to hide the carriage at all? Because you won't be able to take the cart with you because it's a path,
right,
not a road.
Yeah, I think we should try and hide the carriage a little bit. And obviously we're going to take the bodies of the dead goblins and we will drag them across, kind of away from where their camp, the direction of their camp is, and basically bury them in shallow graves.
Yep.
And by shallow graves, I mean just put like rocks in your brain.
Just camouflage their asses, it'll be fine.
Exactly.
Some creature will come along eventually and eat them anyhow, so, sure there's wolves about or something.
Okay, so I'd like you to, as there are goblins around, you're going to need to take it in turns to keep watch. So who's going to keep watch first?
I'll do it, because, Jadek drove, and, Traylon is trailing, and I'll sat in the back and slept on potatoes, so why not?
Traylon is trailing.
Okay, Kim, would you roll a perception check for me?
Sure. Not now, Cat. I'm busy.
So above the snoring of Jatic and the odd murmuring from Traylon in his sleep, your watch passes without incident. So who are you going to wake up to take over?
Why not? Let's wake up the snooty elf.
All right.
Okay.
I'll take
Traylon,
that for the next watch. Yes.
roll a perception check, please. So you thought that Jatik's snoring was bad until you heard Kim's snoring. Sounds
Well,
like
you know.
a sick elephant blasting
Such a
away.
small being, she makes so much noise.
Well, you know, they usually don't
but-
complain.
But again, your watch goes without incident.
All right, Jadek, get up. Your turn.
Right, okay. Pussycat.
I love that I hear the cat.
Yeah.
Jatik, you wake, even though Traylon has kicked you and roughly woken you up. You wake, and apart from various animals running around in the undergrowth,
Like pussycat.
and as the dawn rises, everything's fine. It's a nice, bright day, and nothing has happened to you overnight.
Thank
you
God.
awake, fully rested, and ready to take on the world.
Woohoo! Or at least 20 goblins, at least.
So, I think your passive perceptions were all 13, weren't they? Which is actually pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to do?
All right, so here's my thought in terms of a plan.
Mm-hmm.
We approach the camp. Rogue, we're going to need you, Kim, to be checking for traps.
Yep.
Obviously, all of us should be looking for traps, but I think in particular your skill set lends itself to finding traps, to disarm them.
Hopefully.
If we do happen to see some guards posted out at maybe the entrance of the encampment, I can cast my sleep spell and instantly put them into slumber. And then we can kill them, dispatch them real fast, and then make our way into the camp, sneak in. So the key here is we want to be as quiet and approach, deceptively.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers are not on our side.
Yeah, and Parthenax left us in the lurch, so.
Stupid lizard.
Him and his rat, I tell you.
Nah, I suppose he's good for something.
Yep.
Okay, so the path ahead of you, as you make through the trees, is a single file path. So, what order are you going to go in?
I'll go first.
I mean, it could be this order that we have here. Kim,
Yeah.
Jadek, me.
Okay.
Because I'll have to hopefully catch all the traps.
Okay, so you head out into the path, making your way through some brambles and some heavy overgrowth. But as you move through, it starts widening out, and you see that actually it is quite a well-worn path. Kim, as a rogue, you notice the broken twigs and branches of people who have passed by before you. And after about an hour, you hold up your hand and get everyone to stop because you've actually noticed a snare in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Moving forward, you notice that the snare, if someone had triggered it, it would have hooked onto someone's foot and flung them into the air, trapping them. So, well done on that.
Which would have been funny if it had been Traylon and then he's just hanging there upside down, but I digress.
Another 10 minutes pass as you walk along, and I'd like you to roll a perception check, please, Kim.
Alrighty.
A roll of 20, which is fantastic. So 17 plus 3, your ability score. You noticed another camouflage trap. This time, it's a 6-foot wide pit,
Ooh.
which is about 10 feet deep. And if you'd walked into it, you would have fallen in. But you've spotted it automatically and done very well. And you wouldn't... the pit walls weren't very steep, so you wouldn't have been able to get out, but you would have taken some damage. So,
For
as you
sure.
round, after a couple
Let's,
of hours...
I was going to say, let's make sure we mark that to where we don't fall back in.
Right. have to make a quick getaway and fall into the damn thing.
Yep.
Good thinking. So you come around the corner, and you are approaching the hideouts. So I'm hoping that you...
It's still dark outside, apparently.
Yeah, it's still dark.
Yeah, somebody needs to get trailing a shot of whiskey. It's Jiminy Christmas. Poor guy's got a cold.
Yeah. It's that stupid sickness you guys brought back.
Well, you know, he could have went with us. We didn't come back sick.
Mhm.
Saying. Now it's dark and quiet.
Nope. I do see a little riverbed.
So you should be able to see. Just fix that for him.
I'm assuming that is a riverbed, not a pathway.
Yep.
Yep is in river.
Just bear with me seconds.
Nope. And I flashed and it was gone.
Kim, you should be able to see a bit more now. Static, you should be able to see fine.
Yep.
Yeah, with your special dwarf eyes or whatever the hell.
My dark vision.
Yeah.
And Traylon, you should be able to see. It's a river, by the way.
Right.
And it runs through it.
Kim, can you see just around you? Or
No, I can't see anything. It flashed for a minute and then it was gone, so.
Do you have a torch in your inventory, Kim?
I probably do, yeah.
Yeah, don't use it.
Oh.
We don't
Give
want
up
to give
the
up.
shot.
Remember, sneaky.
True, this
sneaky
is true.
approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's alright.
That's what we're doing now.
I'm assuming this is not a character issue. This is more just a technology issue at the moment for Kim.
Probably. More than likely.
Yeah.
Because it showed up for a minute and then it was gone again, so. It's okay.
Alright, Kim, can you see now? You might need to refresh your page.
Alright, hold on. Let me do that then.
Yeah.
Alright. We are refreshing as we speak.
Alrighty.
Nope.
I do hear the wind howling, though. It definitely puts me in the right mood.
So, Kim, what can you see?
Still loading. So. But I can see chat and I can see us, and I'm just waiting for the rest of it to fall into place.
I see a faster computer for Kim in the future.
I think I'm gonna need to get one. I think I get my Xbox paid off. I think I'm gonna have to look into getting a
You get
different
some
laptop.
pretty, decent computers now.
Or if someone would like to start donating to the Kim Needs a New Laptop Fund, that'd be all right too.
Okay. We'll start the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
Right. You'd think, considering this is all I do with this thing, well, this and the podcast, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but apparently.
It's all the Thor porn you serve.
I know.
It's taking its
I
toll.
know. I should probably stop doing that. Mhm. Well, that and the enhancement thing takes a little bit too, I think. I think that might be part of it. Hmm.
Still no luck, Kim.
Not yet, no.
Try scrolling down the page. Is it all black? You can't see your token at all.
Oh, no, wait, I can see it now. All right, we're good.
All right.
So you can see around you in the
Yep.
immediate. Right.
Yep. I can see the water, I can see the dwarf and the steel. Good.
All right. It looks like there might be some kind of stairwell to on the right side, maybe a landing of some kind. I think we would be best to try and hug the trees to the north of us.
How hard should we hug them?
Well, just yes, perhaps. Keeping out of sight. Use the trees. It pains me. It pains me that I have to deal with halfling tactics. Tactics, my friends. Tactics.
Yeah, and if I wasn't around, you'd miss me. Your life would be boring without me.
I'm sure it would be.
Right, so as you walk up, the entrance to the cave. So the cave entrance is at the foot of a good-sized hill, and the cave and passages are inside the hill itself. So from what you can see, you have a waterfall and water. Sound of water is very loud. So you'd actually need to roll perception checks to hear any activity once you're inside, because it is so loud. The stream in front of you is only about 2 feet deep, but cold and slow moving. So you'd be able to see it. You'd be able to travel across it quite easily.
So, just based on what I'm seeing, guys, it looks like there's obviously the entrance. Looks like there might be a little pathway to the right, skirting around. I'm wondering again if there might be some kind of secondary entrance we can exploit.
Possible.
Should we maybe send Kim to see if she can find an entrance? I'm assuming she doesn't drown in the 2 feet of water.
Let's hope not. If I drown in 2 feet of water, we're all in trouble here. I'm telling you. At least I hope I can swim.
Also, can we see any signs or of guard?
Sorry, Greg. All I heard was, can we see any signs?
I'm looking for signs of guards.
You broke up again.
I'll take it with signs of guards.
Yep.
Yes.
Roll a perception check, please.
I see nothing.
You don't hear anything. You don't hear anything at all. But the thickets to the right of you are very thick and dense. Again, you can't hear anything. You can't see anything.
Kim, do you want to go?
Yep, I will go. So, to the path off to the right. That's where we're going.
Yeah, I think we need to check. Just be careful. Be sneaky.
Okay.
So you can remember you can only travel. Just double check what your speed
It's
is. I
5
think, Kim,
squares for us, isn't it? It was 6 for Rich.
Yeah, each square is 5 feet. So
Okay.
him your movement speed is.
Hell, no.
I think your movement speed will be 25. So you can move 5 squares at a time.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
For some reason it hasn't updated for me, so I can't. Oh, there you go.
Yep. Yeah, it took it a little bit. It's wee slow.
As
Jadek,
you
are you
round
going to
the
move up
corner-
too?
I'm just going to roll. Bear with me. As you round the corner, you spot 2 more goblins arguing with each
Oh.
other. And because of the noise of the stream and the water, they haven't spotted you.
Hmm.
They're supposed to be keeping watch on this area, but they're not paying attention, which is goblins, really. But yeah, they haven't noticed you.
All right. So, per the plan,
Mm-hmm.
my thought is, and I'm only doing this to demonstrate Phil, but I can move up here and then cast sleep on these 2 goblins.
Yes, you could.
So that is what I will do.
Okay. You roll 5d8, I think it is.
Yes. Sorry. D8. Oof.
Mm.
Crappy 5D.
So the 2 goblins are in mid-argument and absolutely shouting at each other, pushing each other. Suddenly,
Fight.
one of them just falls over and falls asleep, snoring his head off, much to the annoyance of the person he was arguing with.
Mm.
The other one starts moving towards him to wake him up, still completely unaware that you 3 are there.
I think Kim should put an arrow in the
I
back
was
of his head.
gonna say, should I throw an arrow in his direction? All right. What I
Let's
will
try
do.
to kill him.
All right. I'm going to
See if he wakes him up,
throw an
we'll
arrow
shoot
with
it
the.
for him.
Say, huh?
If he wakes
I would
him up,
shoot
we've
the
got
arrow
2
for the
for
record,
it,
not
so-
throw it.
Yes, shoot the arrow. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to shoot the arrow at the second dwarf that is still awake.
Goblin.
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 Not a
Dwarf. Goblin. Goblin, not a dwarf. Sorry, it's been a long
No.
day.
That other dwarf was asleep earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, I will shoot my bow at the second goblin that is still awake.
Okay,
Hopefully killing him.
go for it. So the first score, which hits him straight in the back, causing 5 damage. And because it's a surprise attack, you get another attack.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you can roll again.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let loose another one.
The second arrow goes straight into the back of his head. So as he was hit by the first arrow and taken by surprise, the second arrow quickly hits him in the back of the head, and he collapsed into the fire next to him.
I learned that from Legolas. Anyway.
We're gonna wrap up in
30 minutes.
and I'm gonna get him back.
So you still have one sleeping goblin. Who,
Yeah,
can leave, who will keep sleeping until someone finds him and wakes him up.
I think we kill him.
I was gonna say, yeah, because if he wakes up and sees the other one dead, you know,
Yeah.
that's gonna set off alarm bells.
Okay, so who's going to move in and do the dirty deed?
I don't have no problem doing the dirty
Greg's no mercy.
peons. So I'll take my short sword and plunge it again into his throat.
Okay. Roll for that, please.
Sorry, did I-
You got to roll for it. So if
I
you,
got to roll for it?
yeah, if you miss this,
Mhm.
you're gonna wake him up. We'll have another one to fight now.
Yeah, you have to roll for it.
What am I rolling?
Your short sword. Your long sword. I think you've got a long sword, haven't you?
No, I have a short sword.
Short sword. Yeah, just roll your short sword.
No, that's
But roll it carefully.
6, you miss.
Oh,
But he is, because he is asleep, that is classed as a surprise attack, so you get to hit again. An 8,
Oh,
you miss
God.
again. Amazingly, you hit the earth next to him twice. He stirs slightly.
oh Jesus.
Janek, get over here!
Better go help the elf.
Oh, he's a dead one, isn't he? I only saw the number 2 early. It was blacked out. Right, okay. I'm going to chop this guy's head off. There you go. That's how you do it, Greg.
Thank you. Hey, I'm not a fighter. I admit it.
So you make your way
Really?
through the thicket up to the sleeping goblin down and chop his leg off while he sleeps. Unfortunately, not killing him. But again,
He's hopping mad.
he's hopping mad and is surprised. So you have
Uh-oh.
another hit.
Oh, I'll have another hit. Ooh.
Make it count.
That hits, the axe goes straight into him and silences him. So any noise coming from him as he killed him has been masked by the Russian waters.
Phew.
All right, perfect. I think we should search the bodies, make sure that look for anything that, the cave or this lair.
Yeah, they might have a key or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For the prisoners. Don't know.
Okay, so who wants to roll an investigation check?
I suppose we all could. But here.
17, yep. So you dig amongst the pockets, amongst the having to go over to one of the discarded legs to get to the pocket that was in his pants, and you find 3 silver pieces and 2 copper pieces and a health potion.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. That would be helpful.
Nothing else.
All right. I'm gonna just walk around this area, just looking to see if there might be any an entrance or I don't know. Just looking for anything that seems unnatural to the.
Okay, yep. Roll a investigation check, please. Yeah, there's nothing. It's just flat rock going up the hill. Nothing there at all.
Yeah, seems, at least it appears. But at least we dispatched the guards that were guarding the entrance. So the plan
Thank
is
God.
still working. Yeah, the plan
Yep.
is still working.
Okay, so you're at the entrance to the cavern. What are you going to do?
I think maybe we should send Kim first, being the smaller stature
You're
towards
saying
the
I'm
entrance.
saying I'm
Yes,
short?
I am saying you're short. Absolutely. You're like 3.5 feet tall. So that's my thing is I think we should make our way towards the entrance and
Mhm.
obviously look for traps. We know they set some before. They still may have some
Yep.
who are waiting for us.
Okay, so
Okay.
as you move forward,
Hmm.
move towards the cave mouth. The water is slightly deeper, but still quite passable. And if you roll a perception check for me, please, Kim. As you get closer to the entrance, you hear some growling, some sort of savage snarls and sound of rattling chains.
Oh,
Mm.
doggy maybe? Some kind of
Wolves,
some
something?
kind of guard, something, yeah. Something's.
Yeah. Or they're kinky, one or the other.
Does anybody have animal talking skills? Or is that just Parthenax?
I think that's just Parthenax.
Would be really useful right now.
Jacob Marley.
Hmm. Do we have any type of, I mean, so here's a question. On your person, Kim, do you have any kind of be energetic? Does anybody have any kind of meat? Any kind of...
I have a food ration.
we might try to toss that.
Can't we use that goblin's leg?
Oh,
True.
good
Hey,
idea. Great
goblin
idea.
leg. Woo!
Maybe take the goblin leg. Obviously, yeah, do we have any idea how close that snarling sound is coming to Kim in the entrance?
No.
Mm.
I think Kim, maybe we use that leg as basically a bone, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's some kind of dog on a chain at the entrance, and then we want to distract it,
Exactly.
feed it, give it something to munch on. We still may have to kill it, for the record, but
well, yeah.
at least, and God knows, I would like to, if we could be able to throw it to where it turns its back to. This is all on you, Kim.
Okay. Oh boy. All right. So
You're welcome.
I've got me a goblin leg. So now what? I guess I have to get closer somehow, right?
Yes, slowly make your way.
Oh god. All right. Oh. Yep. Okay. There's 1, 2. There's 3 wolves, dogs, fishes. Hopefully, goblin eating critters that I can see.
As you round the corner, you can see 3 wolves, and they're chained to the base of a stalagmite. They're snarling, and when they see you, they turn into a frenzy. Luckily for you, anyone who's around is completely used to hearing these wolves fighting amongst each other, and they constantly snap and snarl at each other. So no one is alerted yet.
Mm-hmm. So okay, so I want to throw this leg in there to them. How would I go about doing that?
Yeah, so you throw the leg into them, and I'd like you to make an animal handling check. But as you've given them food, it isn't as difficult as it would be.
Jesus. I'm dying.
You say you don't sound good.
the dogs, wolves, take the leg, hide it behind them, secure it behind them, and are trying to get at you. They, you know, it hasn't appeased them at all. You give them food.
Hmm. Well, I'm not giving him my legs, so that's out of the question.
I think Jalen should put these dogs to sleep.
I think
That's the end of Kim's turn.
Yeah, so.
She's
Help,
made an
fellas.
action.
do we need to do initiative? Or are we still kind of free?
No,
free?
you're still free moving.
All right, I am going to sneak up right to here as well. Can we see? Is it just the 3 dogs? And
Yes.
I don't
yes.
see anything else.
No.
Yeah.
It's just the 3 dogs who are chained. They see you and are even more angry,
Oh,
frenzied.
Yeah.
how,
Kim,
Ch-
use your
Yes.
bow. Shoot these dogs dead.
Okay.
Well,
She
can we
can't.
sneak
It's
round
not
the
her
dogs
turn
and
yet.
can they? It depends how long the chain is, doesn't it?
The chain's about 5 feet, so you wouldn't be able to pass them.
I can't even see the dogs on my map at the moment.
No, you're still outside the cavern.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should use ranged weapons just to kill them in where they're at. They can't attack us. Let's just silence them. But once we silence them, no, those guys are
gotta move.
likely gonna. They'll think, why aren't the dogs barking?
Mm-hmm.
So as Jatic rounds the corner, the dogs again pull at their chains and going to do a quick strength check.
Crap.
I need to do a strength check.
No,
the
the
dogs are-
wolves are.
Yeah, dogs are trying to break free.
The first wolf doesn't manage to. The second wolf doesn't manage to break free. And the third wolf doesn't manage to break free either. But there is stones starting to fall down a bit. So
All right. Whose turn is it?
we'll roll initiative actually, just in case. So training roll 12. Next time, Jatic, if you can click your character first and then.
All right.
So you rolled a 3. That. And the wolf. They. Wolves rolled a 17. Okay, so what's Jatic's turn to 17?
I have no idea.
Three.
I think you rolled an initiative
Yeah.
for.
Right, so top of the turn is the wolves. So the wolves are going to roll strength checks again
Uh-oh.
to see if they can escape. Bit laggy today, so bear with me.
There. We're formulating a plan again.
Barking and yelping. First wolf. Yanks and tears its chain, but it's still trapped. Second wolf again yanks and strains, barking and growling and snarling. The third wolf breaks free
Yeah, of course he did.
and rushes forward to attack him who was first in through the door, and leaps and tries to take a big bite out of you, which it does.
Of course it does.
So I'd like you to you take 7 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because the wolf was running towards you and leapt, I'd like you to roll a strength check, please.
Okay.
Ouch. As the wolf comes in, it grabs onto your arm, takes a big 7 points of piercing damage and knocks you prone. So you are now lying on the floor. You cannot attack, but to get back up, that's an action.
Okay. Nice.
So next is Traylon.
All right, so using my Pearl of Power, I'm going to cast Sleep again.
Okay.
And I'm going to aim at the two dogs in the rear, since I don't think I can capture 3 of them. 20 by 20. Although, actually, I might be able to get all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will cast it on all 3. And let's pray. It's a far better result this time.
It is. So the first wolf who attacked him is in mid snarl and is just about to take another bite out of her.
Apparently tasty.
The second one, which of the other 2 do you want to send to sleep?
It doesn't really matter. It can be random. I can't tell. I mean, they whichever one seemed like it was getting breaking free. I guess for the worst part or better way to explain it.
Okay. Well, the top one there says 1 left, still snarling and biting. Now, this spell isn't going to last very long.
Right.
Because the barking and snarling is at some point going to wake the other 2 wolves up.
You gotta kill the one still chained up.
Right. Okay. I'll make my way in, and I'll attack the one that's.
What was that?
I'm gonna make my way in and attack the one that's chained up.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I'll use my hand axe. I seem to have more luck with that.
Actually, it was Kim's turn next.
Oh, Greg, you told me to go.
I didn't think Kim could do anything. I think she's
on the floor.
Well, she can get up. She can use her action to get up. Kim?
All right. Yeah, I think I'll get up and move away from the wolf.
Yeah.
Because that seems like the prudent thing to do.
Okay, so Jacek, you're going to attack with your battle axe, yeah?
Hand axe. I hope I roll another good one. I had a 17 before.
So you throw your hand axe.
Are you using your hand axe or your battle axe? That's a question to ask.
I was just going to use my hand axe to chop him.
Okay, so you've used your hand axe. The hand axe goes slicing through, hits the wolf. Only does 4 damage. It yelps and starts barking louder.
Good.
It's now the wolf's turn. So that wolf who is injured is going to roll strength check to see if he can escape. Which he does.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Breaks his chain and goes forward. Oh, I can see where Jatu is. Oh, you're all on the same one. He's going to race forward and attack Jatu. So lunges forwards after he saw that you threw an axe at him, injured him, still bloody, he roars in anger, leaps forward, and launches himself and grabs hold of your neck.
Uh-oh.
Sticks his jaws directly into your neck, causing 8 piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength check for me, please, Jatu.
Strength.
Your sturdiness of your dwarven figure manages to not be knocked over, and you push the wolf away.
Nice.
So, Traylon.
At the still alive wolf, I will cast Ray of Frost.
Okay. Does Ray of Frost have an area effect? Cone or anything?
It's a cone.
Okay.
Here, I can tell you. So its range is 60 feet. Up to 2 creatures within 5 feet. It can impact.
So that'll be the 2 wolves in front of you, the sleeping one and the injured one.
Yes.
Okay. And what's the damage? Oh, Ray of Frost, there we go. 8. So the wolf, who is still awake, gets frozen. The Ray of Frost hits him, smashes against the side of the cave, and just shatters into lots of different pieces. The wolf that is asleep doesn't know what's hit him, and takes 8 cold damage, but is now awake and very bewildered.
Bewildered wolves.
We need Kim to finish
Try to
off.
kill the one that's awake now.
Yep, that was my thought. Okay, well, I'm going to go after the bewildered frozen wolf. And I'm going to stab him through with my short sword. At least that's the plan. Hope. The dream.
Yes, so, Kim,
Mhm.
you race forward, raise your short sword, and smite that still awakening wolf, cleaving its head straight off.
Thanks for biting me on the arm and munching on me.
2 of the wolves dead, and 1
Tastes
sleeping
like
wolf
chicken.
at the back.
Do we leave that wolf asleep and move on?
Well,
Kill
the
it.
wolf at the back isn't injured, so he's asleep. He's still
He's still
contained, though.
chained.
He's still chained.
Yeah, and he won't wake up unless someone wakes him up. So I think we should
True,
leave it.
true. All right, we could leave it be.
Oh, mind you, on the way back, do we come back this way?
Yeah, that's a question to ask.
Right.
Kill it.
Yep.
Just kill
I
it.
say kill it. Because if we come back through this way, there's no guarantee he's still going to be asleep.
Right.
And, I've already got one bite mark or two. I don't really, I don't need any more than that. I might end up with rabies. You never know.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so who
regret
wants
this, I
to
think,
do
man,
the,
'cause if I try hit this and miss, it's going to attack me again, and I've already got a hole in my neck.
Well, you should have surprise on it because it is asleep, so you should be able to.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to do better than Traylon did with the
Yeah.
goblin.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, I'm right here.
right.
I know.
Okay, I'll
You still missed the goblin and it was sleeping.
well, I'm 5 feet away from it. Well, within 5 feet, so I'll swing my battle axe onto it and see what happens. Ooh. Wow.
That'll do.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Yes, so the sleeping wolf stays asleep permanently as you bring the battle axe down,
Dun, dun, dun.
cleanly slicing off his head. Cave is now quiet, apart from the sound of the rushing water nearby. So, as you look around the cabin, you can see obviously the stream run past, and there is a small fissure at the back of the cave, which will probably need some investigating, which we'll do on the next session, which is a good place to stop.
Yep.
So you have vanquished a fair few goblins, 3 wolves, and taken some damage yourselves. So you've only just entered the entrance of the hideout to find out what has happened to Gundren and Sildar. And we'll carry on next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, intrepid listener, for joining us on OCD&D. Join us next time for more exciting adventures. And please follow us on Twitch and Twitter at OCD&D.
If you like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net. And on there, you find a bunch of links to other video game podcasts similar in vein to ours, but different in the way they're delivered. Some have all kinds of sound effects.
Are for old people.
Some talk about
Too many, some
RPGs.
people say.
Come on now.
Some might say that.
No one says that.
Then, of course, you have links to, great forums.
You don't have any other friends.
So check it out, VGHub.net. It is a great starting point for your podcast discovery.